If the grand total sum of the context of American political social media could be summed up in the embodiment or visage of one individual, it would be this guy. This is literally all that's going on in the American political world right now. We have a whole bunch of people that are sitting around hitting themselves in the head with a hammer until they have lost all ability to be rational, to be logical, to be sane, or even have a memory of recent history. Now, in this video, I don't normally do two in a day. Earlier, we dropped an Antarctica video, but what's going on right now has dropped to a level that somebody's going to need to start talking about it. Somebody's going to need to start pointing out the helicopter view of the level of discussion. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's things that are being said by both sides that are provably, factually, demonstrably wrong and false, and were known to be such only a matter of months ago. Now, real quick, before we get there, gratitude first, as always. Thank you, all of you who have joined us, Florida Maquis Patreon channel. Maquis Foot Soldiers, Need to Know Roundtable. We've done a lot of content for you guys lately over there. 4 or 5 videos last week or two. Unit commanders, brigade commanders, stand back, stand by. We got brand new stuff coming, and it's going to be a little bit more thought-provoking than what you can find on mainstream social media. We're going to talk about when, not if, when everything falls apart and collapses in the next 5 to 6 months, what your best psychological strategy is going to be going forward. There's going to be a lot of folks who have opinions about do this, do that, ally with those people, don't be allied with those people, move here, live there, eat this, all this kind of stuff. What we're going to talk about is going to be another level. It's going to be something beyond just everything you've already heard before. So, once again, if you'd like to join us for our Maquis Patreon channel, 4 levels, 2, 5, 10, and 15 a month. Fully refundable first 90 days, no questions asked, hundreds of videos going back all the way to 2018, never before seen on YouTube, and fully refundable, fully and completely refundable at any time in the first 90 days with absolutely no questions asked. Love to have you over there. Let's get right to it, and let's just keep the receipts, shall we? Donald Trump, you will not find an American car in Berlin, Tokyo, Seoul, or Shanghai talking about how, oh, poor little America, it is so unfair for us. We have been getting taken advantage of, and we're going to stop that by doing this. Do you know why there are no American cars in Berlin, Tokyo, Seoul, and Shanghai, other than the fact that half of American cars won't fit on their roads? Well, I can demonstrate this very, very easily in a way that everybody in my audience can understand. Here's a scenario for you. It's you and your better half. Let's say it's a anniversary, or guys, maybe it's her birthday. And you've come in, you had a good year, you've come into some money. And you want to do something really, really nice for her. You want to do something that is going to make a big difference in her life. You're going to buy her a car. Now, a lot of guys love to be able to do that. Some guys can't. But if they did, they're really in love. You know what? Her car is just falling apart. She's always talking about needing to get another one, but I'm going to step up. I'm going to step up and show how much she means to me. I'm going to buy her a car. We're going to go out to dinner. I'm going to get a nice table right by the water. And honey, I'm going to buy you a car. You tell her, I'm going to buy you a brand new car. Brand new car. And I've been doing my research. I know what your favorite colors are. I know what you kind of like. And I've got it narrowed down to 2, and I just can't decide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to surprise you, hon. Tomorrow I'm going to flip a coin. And if it comes up heads, I'm going to get car number 1. If it comes up tails, I'm going to get car number 2. So excitedly she responds, oh, what kind are they? What kind are they? Well, hon, the first one I picked out was a BMW X4M, 2025. BMW X4M. Now, yes, I know we're conservatives, and we believe in America first and buying American, and this, I know this is a German car, but gosh, it's really nice. So this is one option, and I'm just going to flip the coin. And the other option that I'm going to have for you is a Chevy Malibu. That's going to be the other 2025 brand new Chevy Malibu. It's just going to be up to, and it's Buy American. Now, fellas, how well do you think that's going to go over? How well do you think that's going to go over? She's going to be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because believe it or not, guys, girls know their cars. They really do. Maybe not necessarily the specific details of the interworkings, but most girls, most women, I guess I should say, know the difference between a BMW M4 or X4M, pardon me, and a Chevy Malibu. They know the difference. Now, you could play the game, well, you should be thankful it's free and I'm going to be paying for it and all this kind of stuff. The difference between these two cars, and technically this is classified as an SUV in Europe, believe it or not. It looks like a four-door coupe, four-door sedan. It's actually classified as an SUV, and in every possible way you could ever imagine, it is a superior, by far, machine to a Chevy Malibu. Now, brand new, I'm sure a Chevy Malibu, even fully equipped, is a very nice car. It's a very nice car. I'm sure a lot of people out there be like, yeah, I'd love to have somebody buy me a brand new car, cost free, and just give it to me. That would be good. Be very thankful for that, of course. But what's the difference? This thing has 500 horsepower. It's got a twin-turbo inline V6. I don't even want to talk about the difference in the sound system, or the seats, or the electron, or how long it's going to last. All this kind of stuff. This is between a $60,000 and a $90,000 vehicle. This is what, 25? Maybe 30? If you told her it was just a matter of a coin flip, because you couldn't decide between the better car or the, America First, cheaper car, you might be flirting with the end of the relationship at this point. She would probably would have rather had maybe just some flowers, because it would just show a level of stupidity that she just couldn't be married to, or whatever, get married to or continue to be married to. You see, even Reagan said this. Pardon me, you can't tariff business or countries. Business doesn't pay taxes. Government doesn't pay taxes. Nobody pays. The only people who pay for tariffs and taxes are you and me. It's just going to make everything more expensive. This whole idea of not fair this, not fair that, not fair the other is just going to drive up prices of everything. Because when the Chinese drive up their prices of their goods on our shelves to counteract the tariffs, guess what domestic producers of goods are going to do? They are also going to raise their prices to just below what the Chinese are. They're not going to keep their prices the same. Domestic, let's say it's widget A, and you have the Chinese version of widget A, and you've got the American version of widget A. Right now, the American one is probably a little bit more expensive. The Chinese one is a little bit cheaper. Well, when the Chinese one surpasses the American one is just going to raise the price up to just be a little bit cheaper or right at. It's just going to make everything more expensive. The company, and this guy called it, the company pays it, passes along the cost as a price to you, tariffs, tax. So Donald Trump is raising your taxes. This is, from way back last year. Businesses don't pay taxes. Government don't pay taxes. They collect them. Now, here's the part that a lot of people really don't get. What Trump is saying is, and this is his logic, it's going to make American goods more attractive on foreign shelves, meaning that based on how the tariff thing all plays out, it's going to be, relatively speaking, for foreign purchasers to buy American goods. It's going to incentivize American producers of goods to ship their goods overseas and sell them on foreign shelves because they can make more money. And here's the part that's going to really blow your mind. May 2024, Biden imposes heavy import tariffs on Chinese imports, and everybody said this was a horrible idea. 100% tariff on electric vehicles, 50% tariff on semiconductors, and on batteries. This is September 18, 2018. China retaliates for $200 billion in U.S. tariffs. This was the first Trump administration. It didn't even work then. It's called protectionism, and it's never worked. The only way protectionism ever works is if the U.S. would institute price controls just like we did in World War II, meaning you're going to tell business what they can and can't charge for things. And at that point, we are now then for sure a socialist country. And, keeping the receipts, 1988, Donald Trump says foreign countries must pay more in tariffs. 1996, Nancy Pelosi, them both being Democrats at this time, encourages all of Congress to back reciprocal tariffs. 2008, Bernie Sanders joins the chorus of Democrats. Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders wants tariffs, says jobs are going overseas. 10 years later, Barack Obama calls for reciprocal tariffs. What do Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump all have in common? Democrats. And in the most literally, I don't even know the words right now to show how unbelievably tone deaf and psychologically escaped from the planet the spokeswoman for Trump is. They approvingly cited Nancy Pelosi's quote as a way to defend Trump's tariffs earlier today. I kid you not. There's a video here on YouTube. Nancy Pelosi supports Trump's trade and tariffs wars way back in 96. Now, it's a very different world than it was in 1996. But look up trade protectionism, what Smoot-Hawley tariffs of the 1930s did, and how we ended up with subsidies and quotas, and especially the Bretton Woods Agreement, with the U.S. dollar being the reserve currency that everybody in the world must use. And here's even maybe a more simple example. Let's say British makes towels for the bathroom, and Americans make towels for the bathroom. And the British towels pay a 25% tariff. So when they get here, the British made cloth costs $5 a roll. American made cloth costs $4 a roll. Well, guess what's going to happen? If they were both $4 a roll before, the American maker is going to bump his price to $4.95 a roll. It's still cheaper than the British made cloth. Still cheaper. Now, are they exactly equal? Well, maybe the British cloth is better. Maybe it handles a lot more washes, keeps its color, doesn't pill up, doesn't get all crappy right away. And maybe that British made cloth lasts 3 times longer than the American made cloth, even though it's more. People might still buy it. And people like Trump are going to come out and say, that's not fair, and then continue to raise tariffs until it gets to the point where, okay, now British made cloth costs $15 a roll. And the American maker's like, oh, it's $15 a roll, great, we're going to be $14.95 a roll, and we're still going to make crappy shit. We're still going to make crappy shit. Just like, this is why the Germans make this kind of car, and this is why Chevy makes this pile of crap with its inline 4-cylinder, 165 horsepower piece of garbage versus this. You see, looking at them, if you weren't from the planet, I guess, say, well, see, it's got 4 wheels, it's got 4 doors, it's got a trunk in the back, it's got an engine in the front, it's got 4 seats in it. You would think, well, they're pretty much the same thing. Anybody with half a brain who's lived on the planet for more than 30 seconds knows that this, while technically even bigger with more room inside, this is a giant pile of crap compared to this. Not even close. See, consumers only should decide what does well in the marketplace and what doesn't. Consumers only. We do love bargains, but we don't want garbage. And if garbage is being sent here by the Chinese, we won't buy it. It's just that simple. And, maybe a final analogy. But let's ask her. I would love somebody to ask her about this. Say, hey, you know what? That Florida Marquis guy, he hit the lottery, and he's buying he did. He won almost $1 billion in the lottery, and anybody who wants a car, he's going to go buy them a car. He's going to buy him a car, but he's got it narrowed down to only 2 choices. Only 2 choices. That's it. It's not any car you want. He's got 2 choices. You can either have a BMW from Germany. X4, I think X4M is what this is. Or you can have a Chevy Malibu. Now, do you think the Patriot Nurse hates America? Do you think the Patriot Nurse hates America and just loves Europe? She's like, oh boy, I love Europe. Boy, America's terrible and I love Europe. That's why she would choose the Beamer. Doesn't make a lot of sense now when you say it that way, does it? So to answer the question, the reason you don't find American cars in Berlin, Tokyo, Seoul, and Shanghai has nothing to do with tariffs. It's because American cars, generally speaking, are giant piles of crap compared to Audis and Volkswagens and Volvos and BMWs. They're not even in the same category of quality. Not even close. And if you want to try to put them up against the more inexpensive, the Hondas and the Toyotas and the Hyundais, it's still pound for pound. They're bigger, they're clunkier, and they fall apart quicker. It's just that way. So, here's where we are. This is probably the most PG image I could make of this. It's just a time in my life I didn't think I'd live to see. So, God bless all of you, Florida Monkey Patreon channel. Thank you guys. You guys are making everything happen right now. You are the impetus. So, stay tuned. Next 24 to 48, we're going to start a brand new series talking about how to focus psychologically on the right direction going forward when everything falls apart. I'll leave it there. God bless. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.